Hello everyone and welcome back to Soren Review. And today we're going to be doing race review for Sonoma. Now Sonoma is one of the 7 road courses this season or 8 road courses. It's one of my personal favorite road courses. I know most people don't enjoy it, but I just love the scenery, and it's a fun road course. It's more unique than the more technical road courses that we get, um, like Circuit of the Americas or Watkins Glen. So or I guess this track's more technical. It doesn't matter. We're gonna do a quick race review though, just talking about this past weekend's race. Now, the race was won by Kyle Larson. And to some, that's surprising, right? Larson only has 3 top 10s on road courses. However, he was one of my picks to win the race because in previous races here, he only had this was his 4th pole at this track. And while it hadn't proved that successful before, he's led many laps, he's pretty successful. So he was my pick to win, along with Martin Truex and Chase Elliott. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, they finished, so very good for them. The 4th place finisher was Joey Logano, who played pit strategy, worked out for him with all the late race cautions, which we'll talk about. And Kyle Busch finished as 5th, who, like I said, in my video on Wednesday, I expected him to run very good. Let me go over the rest of the top 10 before we get into our finishers. Kurt Busch finishes 6th, along with his teammate Chastain as 7th. Then Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, and Ryan Blaney as rounds out your top 10. Jones, Suarez, Dillon, Bubba, and Keselowski, the rest of the field. 4 cars were out. Ricky Stenhouse due to an engine, though he was in a crash earlier. Quinn Houff due to a rear gear. William Byron and Cody Ware also in a crash as well. So, let me talk about the race. Now, the racing was pretty good. I thought there was varying pit strategies despite the stages, right? We know the stages can ruin pit strategy pretty often. However, there was a lot of races, especially towards the end, where Kyle Busch and I think some other cars, right, weren't sure if they were going to make it on fuel. So that was very interesting to see how it all worked out. Now, we had a comp caution on lap 10, and it took us about till 9 laps to go in the second stage for us to get our first caution, which was Stenhouse, who had a tire hit the wall like Casey Kane did in 2017. Not nearly as hard, though, thank goodness. I hate when cars hit that concrete barrier at Sonoma. Just, there's no safer barrier, so just can be scary sometimes. Then we got to the end of stage 2, and it looked like we were going to have a rest of the green flag run. No, Kyle Larson led pretty much um, more than half of the race. He led 57 of the 92 laps. So he did a very good job at controlling this race. He was obviously the fastest car, ran down Chase Elliott at one point in the race. I mean, he was fast. But Quinn Houff, with about 19 to go, brought out the caution, and so we restarted, and then a big stack up because due to some cars staying out, right? Logano, Reddick, LaJoy, and Alfredo stayed out. So a few laps were run, and LaJoy was kept falling back, and eventually he was slower, and Chastain kind of dive bombed in on LaJoy, which was a kind of a questionable move. Stacked up the field, ended William Byron and Kevin Harvick's day. Bowman got damaged. Hamlin, I don't think actually got damaged on this incident. I know he did though. Bell got damaged. Jones got damaged. And it was a questionable move because Ross Chastain drove away and cut basically that whole turn 11 to catch back up to his old position, and NASCAR didn't really tell him to drop back, which was a questionable move. So, I heard some controversy on that, and I don't really know how to feel. Because I don't know what NASCAR's previous rulings are. Then we restarted, and about with I think 4 to go, another caution came out where it looked like Matt DiBenedetto spun out Ryan Preece, and Preece made a very questionable move by coming back up into oncoming traffic, and Cody Ware had nowhere to go. Um, Very poor decision by Ryan Preece. And then we restarted, and we had a caution immediately. Anthony Alfredo got turned around, which I don't think warranted a caution. But, NASCAR can be questionable sometimes. We restarted with 2 laps to go, and it was a average 2 laps. Chase Elliott kind of fell back, couldn't really hold on with Martin Truex. And what a performance by Kyle Larson this season, just alone. Two 1.5 milers in a road course, tracks he's never won at before. And now, other than super speedways, he's now won at every single type of track. He's only 47 points back from Denny Hamlin on the regular season championship, and that could hurt Denny Hamlin, especially considering how poor Denny Hamlin has done in these last few races. Very inconsistent, basically bottom of the top 10. In this race, he finishes eighth, and it just feels like Hamlin has just been there, hasn't really run up front or been leading, just kind of been there. He hasn't really been too impressive, but overall, great run for Kyle Larson. That's gonna do it for this race review. On Wednesday, we'll talk about top picks of the week for the All Star race and Xfinity and Trucks for Texas. And on Friday is a diecast review. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Remember, you can use code SOREN72, that's SOREN 72, SOREN72, to get free shipping off all orders, or on all orders, $20 or more when you order from Circle B Diecast. Save $5 to $10 on shipping. Helps out the channel a lot. Also, follow me on Twitter if you want, @ReviewSoren. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and goodbye.